home money or he wants pocket money, and he takes the money to go and do whatever he likes, and then he doesn't care much. What would be your advice to? Because I still want the wife to submit. You see.
Okay, God is not unfair. Submission does not put the wife in a less privileged position. We have to understand that submission is a system. It has its protocols. In this area, it's a different protocol. God expects the man to provide for the home. There's a rule. It's a rule. So there's a different protocol there. But I'm going to link the two together. It does happen that from time to time, marriages rules might change where the lady earns more. In fact, now it's more likely that your wife will be earning more if you are in the workplace more than the man. That's different from a lazy husband who wants to sit at home and do nothing. The protocols are not submission in that case. Do you understand? The protocol there is that you have to encourage your man to find something doing with himself. Now, in the phase, for 16 years...
What if he takes offense?
I'm coming. That's what I want to address right now.
Because
I want to address
some men are very difficult.
Yes. In the phase that my wife referred to, for 16 years, I didn't allow my wife to work because I felt it was my duty to take care of her, and I wanted her for different work purposes that...
We understand.
Okay, no, thank you. So I had a different agenda for her than go and give your hours to someone else. So I really didn't endorse that working thing. I preferred her at home. But then economy happened. And we had, when I say crash, we had crash. And luckily there were respected men and women of God around us who had counseled us in terms of allowing her to work. So I had just about the season change, she had a good job, and a very good job for that matter. And so one time, because of the length of the downturn, she came to my office, sat with me, and said, "My dear, you should get a job." Straight. I was offended. I said, "Don't you believe in me?" He said, "But it's not for that. It's just not." She told me, "Leave this business and go and get a job. So that for now," what's my point? Truth needs to be told. Mm-hmm. Submission doesn't mean that, no. Sometimes in expressing truth, the other party will be hot. And it is permitted for the other party to be hot. Mm-hmm. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We shouldn't hide around submission to be wrong. Mm-hmm. That's my point.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes truth needs to be told. Truth needs to be told in love, but truth needs to be told.
I want to take you up on that. Yeah. To ask you another question.
I wasn't happy.
Of course you would not be. Of course you would not be. But I mean, the truth has to be said.
It's creating a foundation
yes.
for the next phase of life.
Yes, man. Now, because in such situation, in such scenario, some women feel that the man is just using them, and so it becomes a struggle for the woman, serious struggle for the woman, and he feels that, after all, I'm your husband. You are supposed to do this. The woman is not a slave. She's not a slave. Why? What would be your counsel, sir?
Okay, let's go back to the woman. Then
the woman, is she subservient? Because
no. The protocol doesn't allow your wife or your husband to be subservient either way. Because it can be either way. Mm-hmm. You understand? You could have a wife that doesn't want to work.
I've seen it. I've heard it. Yeah.
So it could be, there are things that are not allowed. So this doesn't excuse either way. But it still is a problem that needs to be solved. And that's how the wife should look at it. You should come around finding a solution for the problem rather than blaming the person for the problem. So what do? Really, creativity comes in. Prayer comes in. Friends come in. You begin to introduce the man to other options, because truly sometimes they are fatigued and they just don't know what to do. But there's a rule in the scriptures. Remember, you had a choice before entering this thing. You know, sometimes we think that we are doomed into marriage. No. The Bible said, do not be unequally yoked. So, you should know the man before you commit to the man.
Thank you, sir.
We try to solve a problem that we didn't solve outside. We want to now solve it inside.
In
You understand? It is expected that you knew the person that you married. Now, if because of change in life, he's suffering, you need to defend him. You need to be there for him 100%,
Yes.
no matter how long
It takes.
that takes. But if it is a character flaw, the solutions are different.
Yes.
That's my point.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Our time is running so fast. So let's go to love. Let's go to love.
I want that.
What will speak love to you, man? Why are you sharing microphone? Yours is here.
For me, if I want to feel love, the person who is able to talk to me. It's like talking is one of my love language. Discussion, I appreciate it. Mine is, I don't want gifts. I don't even want present. I want you to spend time with me. That's my love. Spending time, discussing and all that. And, you know, every time, it's like for me and my husband, at times he will buy things, I'll tell him, I don't really want anything. It's you I want. It's that time that I actually appreciate.
Quality time.
That quality time. So for me, that's my love language.
All right.
Spend time with me.
What is your love language? Okay, I would rather ask your husband. I will ask your husband. No, I ask you, sir. It's you I'm asking. What is her love language? What speaks love to her?
For my wife, attention is her love language.
Hallelujah.
If you give her a gift without attention, in fact, she won't even open it.
I hope
Attention.
those people
Attention.
online, you are listening
Yes.
and learning.
Yes, attention. Attention. Whatever you cook, it must be cooked on the pot of attention.
Attention.
That works for her.
My God. You know, I want to ask a question, and both sides will have to answer the questions. And this is very common. You see some in-laws come to the house, behave anyhow. They are just unruly. And so it brings problem between the wife and the in-laws. And in most cases that I have seen and, had the privilege of, coming in to intervene, you will hear that the man, is in support of his people. So the woman is left stranded. She's left alone, unprotected, unsecured. What would be your reaction, sir, man?
Well, it's not happened in marriage. I will really, like you said, it's so good. And the best thing to do is you have to find ways to communicate with your husband. Because a lot of times, these husbands also are torn between
There is
two-
people
yes,
and you.
and they don't want the people to say the wife is bad or ascribe some names. So they try to make them comfortable. That's where unity has to come in place. The right environment where husband and wife must discuss these things ahead of time.
And know their boundaries.
And know the boundaries. For instance, I come from a family where we're all girls. And my husband happened to be the first man that came into the family. So he was like everybody's bobo. But when it became a problem, I had to call him, honey, I am the reason why all of these people are here. I can understand they need attention. So don't displace me. When they come around, please put me in the picture.
Yes.
So that being the first daughter, the respect they need to give to me is not taken away. Understanding came into place. And by the grace of God, everyone got to understand that before they can reach this my bobo, they must also reach me.
Reach you.
So it's understanding between the husband and
the wife.
Yes, please.
All right.
We actually had a rule. We actually put a rule together that helped us to function.
Okay.
Whoever comes to whoever, pass through the other. So they might jump to me, but they will still go through her. So, we had a rule around that. So.
Okay. Briefly, sir, because our time is seriously up. Briefly, sir, what would be your reaction?
Okay.
What do you think would speak love to your wife at that point?
This has actually happened to us before. So contrary to, there's an experience in play. But what we learned is that, see, whether you like it or not, there's a difference between nuclear and extended family. I left, or she left, we both left where we were coming from to now start our own. We have to form our own rules, and family, our own family comes first. So whatever is happening outside, we discuss it before we bring it in. We had to make a decision that was quite shocking. We said before we let anybody into our house, we discuss it first. Know the consequences and actually decide on how long
the person will stay.
The person is going to stay.
Yes.
We had to now put a system. Even the guest room is not a very comfortable place. So by the time you enter the place, by design,
yes.
By the time you enter the place, you know that there's time for you to go. That kind of helped in a way. So husband and wife needs to put systems in place, discuss, anticipate those things.
Because they will happen, you see. They will
happen.
definitely happen.
But protect your own family first in all things. Your family first. Anything that would shatter the two of you, you must protect it, and put those barriers.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I wish we can just go on and on and on, because we still have so many questions that are yet to be answered. But, we can't stay here forever. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Sister Mem. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Mrs. Akanji. Now, I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that submission is not domination. That's what we've been saying here. Not just me, but all the guests I have here. Submission is not domination. It does not make the woman lesser human being because she was taken from your side. Don't forget. So submission and love, they are the things God has given to the man and the woman to better their lives. That is, for them to become better individuals, and then for the family and the union to grow stronger and bigger. That is why God gave us submission and love. so that our lives can be better. So until I come your way next time on Talk Show, please remember, submission is not domination. Love conquered multitude of your way. Next time will on Talk Show stay as one indivisible unit. God bless you.